So this will be a real short video because we only have 2 questions left in this etcd.io FAQ. So this question, what does the etcd warning failed to send out heartbeat on time mean? Yeah, like on time. That's interesting. So etcd uses a leader-based consensus protocol for consistent data replication and log execution. Cluster members elect a single leader, all other members become followers. The elected leader must periodically send heartbeats to its followers to maintain its leadership. Followers infer leader failure if no heartbeats are received within an election interval and trigger an election. If a leader doesn't send its heartbeats in time but is still running, the election is spurious and likely caused by insufficient resources. To catch these soft failures, if the leader skips 2 heartbeat intervals, etcd will warn it failed to send a heartbeat on time. Usually this issue is caused by a slow disk, but for the leader sends heartbeats attached with metadata, it may need to persist the metadata to disk. The disk could be experiencing contention among etcd and other applications, or the disk is simply too slow. For example, shared virtualized disk. To rule out a slow disk from causing this warning, monitor wall fsync duration seconds. Okay, they may have copy and pasted something they've said before right here. That's why I'm having deja vu. So P99 duration should be less than 10 milliseconds. To confirm the disk is reasonably fast. If the disk is too slow, assigning a dedicated disk to etcd or using faster disk would typically solve the problem. To tell whether a disk is fast enough for etcd, a benchmarking tool such as FIO can be used. And then you can read there for an example. The second most common cause is CPU starvation. If the monitoring of the machine CPU usage shows heavy utilization, there may not be enough compute capacity for etcd. Moving etcd to a dedicated machine, increasing process resource isolation with C groups, or renicing the etcd server process into a higher priority can usually solve the problem. A slow network can also cause this issue. If network metrics among the etcd machines shows long latencies or high drop rate, there may not be enough network capacity for etcd. Moving etcd members to a less congested network will typically solve the problem. However, if the etcd cluster is deployed across the data centers, long latency between members is expected. For such deployments, tune the heartbeat interval configuration to roughly match the round-trip time between the machines, and the election timeout configuration to be at least 5 times heartbeat interval. So see tuning documentation for more detailed information, and if none of the above suggestions clear the warnings, please open an issue. Okay, and I think our very last question here, what does the etcd warning snapshotting is taking more than X seconds to finish mean? Well, etcd sends a snapshot of its complete key value store to refresh slow followers and for backups. Slow snapshot transfer times increase MTTR. If the cluster is ingesting data with high throughput, slow followers may live lock by needing a new snapshot before finishing receiving a snapshot. To catch slow snapshot performance, etcd warns when sending a snapshot takes more than 30 seconds and exceeds the expected transfer time for a 1 gigabytes per second connection. Okay, so a rewriting for grammar needs to happen on that last sentence, but it looks like we finished the entire FAQ. Thanks for watching.